everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for Crypto City. Appreciate you coming out on your Monday night to be with us. We're going to kick off October with two powerful world builders that typically build in Horizon. They came from AltSpace, and we're going to talk to them in just a few minutes. But before that, I wanted to kind of share a couple of things. So I'm on vacation right now, and it's always exciting to me to share about virtual reality and Web3 stuff with new people. So, I thought I would talk about it with some of the people that I meet at the resort that I stay at. It's a timeshare, so people that I know every year. And, we had some conversations. A few people were like, oh, it's pretty cool, interesting. It's great you do a podcast, telling them about all the different things that we do here in virtual reality. And then there's always one in every crowd. And I end up, getting someone who comes up and he's just like, well, what are you going to do when electricity goes out? And I was like, well, electricity is important, yes. But, the entire world without electricity, I mean, what would anybody do at that point? It's not going to only be the down of virtual reality. It would be the down of pretty much every job. So, and he's like, yeah, but, technology, you're reliant on it. You can't do anything if you don't have, your computers or your phones, and you can't. And we just, I stopped and I said, this is not a battle. I am going to win. I can see that this person is just being belligerent and trying to start issues. So we're going to let this go. So I kind of took a back seat, got real quiet, and just let him go on in his rant. And about 3 more people come over and said, this is really cool. Can you tell me more? So I didn't even need to have the fight. I chose the people I decided to talk to. And it's really kind of cool because people were saying, it's interesting the things that you're talking about. I want to know more about it. And, you think about different parts of the world that might be moving forward at different paces. Earlier today, Blue sent me an Instagram post about how the United Arab Emirates has now decided to remove taxation on things that are bought with cryptocurrency, the trades and everything. So there's going to be no more taxing out there. So some parts of the world are moving forward rapidly. Other parts of the world are a little bit lagging behind. But as far as, I still hold strong to as far as technology goes, you turned a blind eye to it, you're going to be left behind because the world is moving forward fast and furious. And you don't have to jump in with both feet. You can test the waters with your toes, but if you totally run away from it, you're going to be left behind. So I just wanted to share that because to me, it was just, pick and choose your battles, but still share your message. For those of you who are in here and doing big things, keep doing it. Keep sharing it with your friends and family. Keep trying to bring people in. So tonight we are going to bring out Cheryl G and BlackStormBoss. So if you could please give them a warm welcome, and I'm going to ask them to please join us on stage. Come on out, Cheryl and BlackStorm. Welcome.
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on tonight. Very glad to have you here. For those of you who have been around for a long time, you might recognize both of them from AltSpace days. And now moving forward in other platforms like Horizon. So let's talk about your journey into VR initially. What brought you in and, what kind of things that were going on in your life did you try to convey in here in virtual reality?
Well, when I came into virtual reality, I literally got the headset to play games. I'm a gamer. I like to play games. Mm-hmm. And I started in Horizon, and then I went on into AltSpace. And I met some very lovely people, and we all became friends. That's where I met BlackStormBoss. And I wanted to learn how to build because I never built anything. Only thing I did was created Club Sexy in AltSpace, and I wanted to do that in Horizon. So I had Tech Digital to teach me how to build in Horizon. And he did. And my very first build was Club Sexy. And it's my learning build. And then the next thing I updated, I asked BlackStormBoss to, help me with it. And that's how we got started collaborating on building.
Okay. How about you, Blackstorm? Did you have any, technical skills before coming in here, or did you also come in to play games?
Yeah, I had no technical skills at all. I didn't know how to put two blocks together or anything. I didn't know how to snap or line up or anything like that. So I basically got together with other builders and other technical people at this in there. Father Meta was the main person that actually helped me kind of snap things together and teach me how to move things around. And so from there, kind of like my imagination kind of went from there. Like, well, if I can put these two together, I can put anything together. And so I kind of took off from there.
Okay. So that's amazing right there that you came in with zero skills, started building because it was something you had an interest in. I mean, when the worlds that you started building, was there any sort of influence from the real world that you wanted to convey through your work?
Well, the work I did is police work.
Okay.
I was a federal police officer for the museums in D.C., Smithsonian Museums.
Okay. That's interesting.
So when I came into VR, like I said, it really wasn't to bring anything from the real world into here. It was just to enjoy and have fun and get away from the hustle and bustle of the day. And then All Space, I learned through G-Deuce and El Boogie. They was teaching me how to work with Richard on his talk show and VR chat. On All Space. And that's how I literally started learning how to do different things in the virtual reality.
Now, you must realize, like, obviously you're coming into this new space and with no skills, starting to do work, whether it's building, being on events and shows. And this is something that, if you see the slide up there, it says, there's equality in here. Anyone can come in here and with skills, without skills, and start learning and growing and building in here. Another aspect of that is the fact that you're both women coming into, people think or used to think of gaming as a very male dominated thing, but you came in here to play games. And you grew and decided you wanted to do bigger and better things within the app. It doesn't matter if you're fresh out of high school or in college or, even much further along in your career, you are able to come in here and learn these skills and grow with them. So tell me a little bit about what that's like for you. Does it feel empowering? Was it something that you actually realize and embrace?
Well, I started enjoying it, and I enjoy building more now than I've ever had before. It's now that I know how. And with collaboration, one thing I learned is it's good to help other people also, because if you learn something, it's not going to hurt to teach somebody else. Okay.
Absolutely.
But you have people that don't want to help other people either, unless it's something monetary for it. But I don't look at it that way. I look at it as everyone getting together and work together and do things to bring up a lot of stuff. Because at one point when I was learning how to build, Fuchsia was in there also learning with us. And there's some things that she knew from all space, same as with BlackStormBoss. They knew more from all space than me. So they knew how to do the blender, the Unity, the numbers and stuff. I still don't know how to do that. But I'm learning, and I'm still learning, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. My next goal is to learn Unity as well as Blender, so I can come in the VR chat and start bringing some worlds into here, like my club section.
Okay, that's good to hear. So you'll be welcome over here. So, you guys have been collaborating for a while. You've gone across different platforms. Do you find that obviously we've talked about this on plenty of shows, that the technology is slightly different in each platform, but there is some skills that regardless of what software you're using, they do carry over. You still have to have some understanding of, how to create in the different platforms across, like whether it's Unity or Horizon. So do you find that other than, collaborating with people who already know how to do it, do you find adapting to these skills relatively, I won't say easy, but something that's accomplishable?
Yeah, it is. Because
definitely accomplishable. Yeah, we can accomplish anything we do. We're trying to learn Blender now, so we can build more and adapt more to the technology that's coming out as far as in VR chat as well, and other platforms as well. So we're trying to open up to that.
Now, what do you find to be some of the biggest challenges in here, with the technology?
It's learning how to create on your computer to bring into the world. Because like in Horizon, it's kind of easy for me now in Horizon because now I know how to snap and they give you the tools to work with in Horizon. Whereas here you have to learn how to create for VR chat or banter, different plays.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only difference. And technology is getting better and better, especially in Horizon. Because now you can sit. Now you can sit
you
in
can
Horizon.
Sit. Yes, you can. We see Meta's always trying to enhance.
Yeah.
And also in Horizon, you can also now bring up your Oculus menu. And when you bring your Oculus menu up, you can literally just click the button and go back into your avatar, but your menu will still be up. And nobody is wise that you're sitting there. I'm sitting bingo watching a movie.
Well, let's talk about some of these builds that you guys have done. So you've built a few things together, and you also have built some stuff on your own. I know BlackStormBoss, you've been building for a bit in there as well. So let's talk about, when you guys decide you want to do something, like you mentioned Club Sexy, but those of us who are in alt space, we've all used to go there quite often. You decided to bring it in here. How does that work when, it's a completely different platform? You're trying to replicate, bring it over there. Are you, able to visualize and bring it in and work together with that? Because, this is definitely, I've been in this one in Horizon a few times, and there's a lot of different funky things going on all at the same time. But you also have to take into account the capacity build. So you don't want to make it so 5 people can be in a club. So what do you do with that? How you guys work on it to make it more streamlined and have the capacity be good?
Well, you spawn in a lot of things. Let me tell you this: we spawn in a lot of things in our builds. When I start building this club, we started helping out building this club. I was like, no, we're going to go straight out the box with this club. Okay, we're not going in a box. We're going to make sure we're not having square walls or anything. Okay, so I pulled out a build that I had in hand, and it's like, we're going to do this. We're going to put this down and make this work. So that's the build that we we put up for this Club Sex, the lounge, Club Sexy too, the lounge. Club Sexy. So yeah, so we and then we just started just putting everything, just spawning everything else in. We had to custom make the bar. Make sure we custom make different aspects for the platform, so we won't have the same thing over and over again. So that's what we started doing, to custom making individual things for the place and all that. And so and then just making it bigger and brighter, and just welcome more people in.
And then I started a blank world. I started a blank world. So I was telling Stormy, I said what we could do is I would start a blank world because it was the music, and I wanted to figure out how to get this stick music to just constantly play instead of have to keep pushing a button. So I said, you know what, Stormy? I'm going to do a blank world. We're going to go in there and we're going to figure out how to get this music going. Okay? Because this is how we started learning script. So we got in there. She took it away. I don't mean no harm. She took it away. I got lazy. I didn't continue with it. She took it away.
Yeah. And I just started making music players and taking the genre of music, separating them into soft rock. We actually had country. We had all the R&B. So I just started separating the genres of music and just putting the individual different players I would make up into the different genres and stuff like that. And they actually had one in the different bingos. They have my music player in different bingos and stuff.
Okay, so you actually created an asset that other people can use in other worlds.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Technically,
so
that's what we're doing now.
Stoves, refrigerators, coffee.
We make them work.
Coffee makers.
We make them work.
If they don't make them work, if they don't pour or spout or do what they're supposed to do, then I'm going to try to make them do what they're supposed to do. I've made the coffee pots pour into teacups and stuff like that. Make the teacups fill. Make them nice and steam up and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So the scripting for that is in Horizon. You're actually scripting in Horizon.
Yes. I can't script a lot, but I can manipulate a lot of scripts. I can go into the scripts and change the values and change manipulate all the aspects of them that I want to. So I can do that part.
And she's showing me how to do that.
So in Horizon, there are some worlds where you can go in and there's all types of, for lack of a better word, templates of text and templates of different, objects you might have in the room, different assets. So do you go into those assets and manipulate them to what you need? So you say, oh, okay, this ball, it bounces. That's similar to what I want to do over here. So I'm going to take this, go in, change some of the attributes and turn it into what I want it to do and attach it to the object. Okay.
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. We will tear down, I will tear down a world in a minute, like the jet you see up there. I tore down that jet. You don't even recognize it from the original. Then that's somebody else's build. So I will definitely, manipulate worlds and tear them down. And you won't even recognize what they were the first time.
Okay. So again, that talks to, sharing information amongst people because you're working with other people's assets. You're creating a new scripted asset and then you're sharing that with other people. So this is how we make the community grow, by working together and sharing the knowledge that we gain.
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, we do share through the collaborators and stuff like that through our Horizon. We do share things like that throughout.
Well, me and her share a lot of assets and worlds. I mean, and then she's got me now going in redoing the worlds as well. So, but every now and then I like to just pull out something and just create something, because I came off my cruise one year and I just went in there and started building the Rambler. My Rambler. And I was looking for doors. So I went into the asset world to get the door. Stormy pops in talking about, hey, Missy, I didn't know you was back. I said, I'm looking for a door. She said, okay. So I put her on the world. She came over, got the doors in. We just got the Rambler going. She did the designs and everything off of other people's stuff.
Yeah. Customize the walls in there. Yeah. Yeah. That's when I started customizing different things in the places.
So, you just said we work good together. We've talked many times about how having a good team, working with people that you can collaborate with and not butt heads, is very important. Do you see, you've talked a little bit about learning Blender and Unity. You want to come over here into VR chat. Do you think the two of you are planning to continue this collaboration into the other platforms?
Yeah, I believe we would. It's gotten so now in Horizon, some of the people that kick it with us, they'll see Stormy more than they see me. And then they be like, hey, BlackStormBoss, can you help me with this? Can you help me? Stormy be saying to me, I ain't going in here. We done did a lot. I ain't trying to redo somebody else's world. I'll be like, Stormy. She'll say, Missy, don't get me caught up in that, because I don't want to be doing that, because I do. When people ask me about it, I say, well, me and Stormy did it together. Well, I seen some of her world. I said, because she goes off and do her own thing. She likes a lot of flowers, and that's Stormy. I mean, so they be like, but I like it. And then they be like, I like your world. I said, because we both did it together. They be like, okay. Then when they see Stormy, they ask her, Stormy say, that they're going to miss you. I don't know why she telling people this here, because I ain't trying to be out here doing all of this. Ain't my line, Stormy. But we
She
do
would have
work
me on a
together.
job. She would have me on a job.
She's going to be your
Like,
agent.
yo,
She's going to be out there,
yes.
selling you out to everyone.
I'm like, yo,
Well,
line
she
me
does
up.
good work.
Do you have a project coming up, an exciting one that you have coming up? The contest
Gospel
world.
Explosion. Mhm.
Yes. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this? Give us the backstory of what made you create this and what's going to actually happen with this.
Okay, Gospel Explosion was the name of the world was Gospel Vibes, which was Richard J.R.'s world. He gave it to me because I asked him, can I open it up? He said, yeah. So when he gave it to me, I changed it to Gospel Explosion. And I went in there and I changed things around with the help of Stormy. But I did everything. And then when she came in and I wasn't in there, I left. And when I came back in, she had it decorated and she had everything hooked up.
Because I forgot she invited me.
Then she said to me, we got to make a backstage because I changed the staging. And she said, well, we got to have a backstage. I said, okay. I got in there and did the backstage. She said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we did it. So the Gospel Explosion, we are having competitions. Actually, the competition will begin November 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But October 20th, this month, I'm opening up for some judges. I need at least 4 judges to come in and sign up to become judges, which they will have an interview first because everything I want done, I want it done more like on a professional level. I don't want no jackleg competition. And then the 21st, we're bringing the competition. The people can sign up to audition for to be on the show. I am going to try to get it recorded. Okay. The day of the competition. So the winner will get $100 cash. Okay. And the runner up, they will get one of my houses. The second place, they will get a house. Nice. So that was the idea, and it will be taking place this month, trying to get my judges, but I want some judges that's not like, say, I know you and you can sing or you can't sing, but you're my friend. So, and I'm a judge, I'm going to make you win. I don't want that kind of judge. Right. You need not biased. And plus, they have to have an ear for music. They got to have a real good ear for music, gospel music. So that would help out a lot. And it's a cappella. In other words, they singing and they can sing to their own music, but the audience need to hear your voice, not somebody else's voice, but your voice. So that's what's coming up. And so that's exciting. And so anybody out there who might be interested in auditioning to be on that show, it's going to be over in Horizon, the auditions, correct? Yes. And Gospel Explosions. Okay. So I think that, it's interesting that I've not seen a competition. I've seen lots of singing competitions, not one for gospel. Have you heard a lot of people sing gospel at like karaoke and things like that? Yes, I have in Horizon. They've had a couple of contests in Horizon for some gospel. I left. I didn't stay because to me, some of it was kind of comical because if you got your judges sitting up there giggling and laughing, you would think they're laughing at the people who are on stage singing. And to me, that's not professional. But I have heard, and you have some people on the Metaverse, on any platform that is real good. They're very good at singing. Some people, you have that. You got a lot of talent out here. A lot of talent. Absolutely. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good singers, been to a lot of good competitions. We have the sampler, there's a lot of good ones out here. Yes. So this will be interesting. And I think that, everybody, now, if anybody is interested in becoming a judge, you want them to come on October 20th to the Gospel World? Yes, around about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And I could do the interview and everything right then and there. And then I would make my decision, and then I'll have them because I need my judges before the contestants.
Of
because
course.
the
Yes.
judges, the judges are going to be the ones that are going to sign the contestants in for the competition. They're going to sign them in. And I got it to the point, like if they go into a coin, if they have to go to the bathroom or get something to drink or what have you before their time comes up, they have to inform the judge to let them know, look, I'll be back. Because once you're in a coin, and we know that you can be black boxed or you might get kicked out. I'll make example setting for that, because normally when you're in a black box in Horizon, we can still hear you. So like if you in a black box and say, look, I'm in the black box, I'll be back, then you would go down next under the person that's behind you. They'll go up. Okay, we're not going to disqualify you. Only time we disqualify you if you don't allow the judge to know what you're doing and you're in a coin. You can't compete in a coin. So you will.
Let me just explain for the audience, if there's anybody who's not familiar with Horizon. When what she means when she's saying that you go into a coin is when you if you pause or you go AFK, for those of you who don't know what that means, it means you're out of your headset basically. And so if you take your headset off to go do something and you coin out, it basically takes your avatar, turns it into a little coin that's spinning around waiting. And sometimes you can get back into it and sometimes you don't come back as easily. So she's saying basically, if you're pausing your screen, just notify someone so you can get back in. Just in case, because we have listeners out there who haven't been in Horizon and might not know what that means.
Okay.
But yeah, so I mean, this sounds amazing, and it sounds like you've put a lot of thought into it, and I think it will be a fun competition, and I hope you do have it recorded so that we can all watch it. If we can't get into the actual show, we can watch it after the fact. That would be great. So let's talk about what else you guys have planned down the road. What other projects do you guys think you might have coming up?
Well, I'm working on trying to be monetized in Horizon.
Okay. So
yes.
How does that work, getting monetized with Meta? Is it an application process or is it just you're trying to build and sell worlds?
Well, it's an application process right now because I was informed about it and I signed up for it. But I think, it helps build. So my thing is I have worlds. To me, being in Horizon and trying to get monetized, you have to be kid friendly too. Because if you notice in Horizon, I have a kids world, which BlackStormBoss designed all of the toys and the little Pokemon stuff for the kids. So you have to be
cool,
kid
though. You
friendly.
have a kids world. That's very interesting.
Yeah, but you have to be kid friendly because the platform pretty much has a lot of kids in there. And
it sure does.
You got the adults coming in, taking away from the kids. Okay, I don't care if the kid want to cuss you out, talk to you like they're adults. You have to still remember they're still children. So you have to have something for them. They like hanging out, try to come in the club sexy. I'm like, okay, they like club sexy. They have the kids world. And my bot being there also playing the same music that's in club sexy. So it works out for the kids as well. You have something to do.
Okay. So monetizing over at Meta, you've applied for, you're doing an application process.
I already
now,
did.
Okay, so you're just waiting on that. Now, will Meta help you with enhancing your own personal business, or will you be working for Meta? How does that work for the people who aren't familiar?
Well, I'm not sure how that worked, to be honest with you, because I've never talked to anybody that are monetized. I've talked to them, but they don't explain anything because it's more like hush-hush. But down the road, I'm trying to get a card game set up in Horizon. And that game it's a card game that nobody has in Horizon. Everybody has blackjack. Everybody has poker. I'm trying to do a different card game. I would say the name of it, but I choose not to because I don't want somebody to steal my idea.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're working on putting a card game together over there. So that's interesting too. So it looks like you've kind of got your hands in a bunch of different places over there. You got clubs, you got lounges. Now you're going to have the gospel world. and you're trying to put a card game together. So you're spreading yourself all around. About how far down the road do you think it'll be before you're over here in VR chat?
I hope it ain't that far down the line, though. I hope it ain't that far. I hope it's as soon as I can. Because I've been really, because I was in Kip's class for the Blender and Unity.
Yep.
But I missed a couple of it, but I know I still can get on there and just put my mind to doing it. That's what I need to do. And I'm doing that. So I can get into here. I ain't trying to wait too long because I got to build my Club Sexy in here too.
Right. So what about you, BlackStormBoss? Do you have some big projects coming up?
Not at this time. She has the hosting and all that skills. I'm just building and keeping my building skills up. I work 16 hours a day, so I don't have the time to put to a full-time VR, occupation at this time. But no, not at all, no. I'll just keep it. I'll just keep working with my headset. I'll just keep working with my headset.
Well, and by me being retired, I could do that.
There you go. If people are interested in connecting with you to try and either have you help build them a world or maybe give them some pointers, we're going to put your IG up there so that they can reach out to you. But do you have let me just ask you like some closing thoughts. What do you see as, how the roles are going to be evolving in the VR space? What is your ultimate vision for your work? Is it just to continue building, or do you see yourself doing anything different down the road?
I see myself continue building and possibly get into other avenues down the road, learn a little more about VR, and probably try to think about a business that I can get into and bring it into the VR.
Okay. Well, I hope that we end up seeing more projects coming from both of you in multiple platforms. And I know you're busy, but I hope we see more of your worlds too, because if you guys haven't checked out any of their worlds over in Horizon, they're absolutely beautiful. Very attractive worlds, lots of cool little functionality in there. So definitely go over to Horizon. I found out in a nice, I'm not as Horizon savvy. I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. But I did find out that if you go over to there and you click on somebody's profile, it shows you all of the things that they've built. So you can actually go in there and just hop around through all of them. But I also found out that, you have a hub world over there that I was able to go into outside of Club Sexy and just jump into a bunch of your worlds as well. So go over, check out some of their work. Is there anything you'd like to add to our audience?
Yeah, but that hub world that you jumped into for Club Sexy, that's the houses that I will be giving away, because those are the ones I was giving away when I was doing Club Sexy. If you're new into the world, you just getting on your headset, you're new into the world, you don't know how to build, you don't have anywhere. I will definitely, I used to let you go ahead, spin the wheel for a number, and you'll win a house. And that's the houses that I will be giving away now in the Gospel Explosion, because I don't do that in Club Sexy anymore. But it's for somebody to start. It's for them to get a start. And I tell them if they want any more houses, go to bingo.
There you go. Well, that's very generous of you. So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. I'm very grateful to both of you to come over here and share your story and tell us a little bit about how you got to where you are. For anybody who has not built in Horizon, it's all built in headset. As opposed to building on your computer and uploading. So if for any of you who are using Unity and Blender and you want another challenge, jump over and try building in Horizon. I've tried to do a few things over there. Definitely takes patience, but you can build some stuff. And I've done a few cute little things over there. So I think it's worth playing around and checking it out. I appreciate you guys helping people in the community when you are creating stuff. It's a great thing to see. And again, I love the fact that we can see growth from, equality in all walks of life in here, learning how to do things and moving forward. So it's really inspiring to see. So next week, we're actually going to have Venue GPS come on, and he's going to talk about the app that he's creating, and it's out there already, fully active. He's got it, for places IRL that different venues that you can go to, but he's also doing it here in the metaverse now. We have a tab on his app about venues and events that are happening here in the metaverse. So he's going to come talk to us all about that. His app, he's put a ton of work into, and pretty much he's chained to this right now, but he has invested so much time and effort and money into this. So he's excited to share it with everybody, and we're going to talk to him next week about that. But I would love to thank all of you for being here tonight to share in our journey here on Crypto City. I want to thank our sponsors. We've got DJ Marcus, who's doing the camera system right now. So he is actively helping us every week improve what we do here in Crypto City. We've got Kip VR, who has built this incredible world, but is also actively building some gorgeous avatars, shoes, worlds for everyone else. Wow. So we're grateful to the work he does for us over here. We have the virtual fitness group run by Fuchsia, helping people get to connected and, get in shape and have fun while they're doing it. And I'm part of that group and I love it. And I'll tell you, people who are in there working out are actually getting together outside of the fitness apps and doing other things together too, which is fun. It's nice to see the community come together for something healthy and important, but grow outside of that. So thank you for what you do there. We have Sato Mora, who has been putting together this incredible animated feature that he is about to launch. It's there. I've been watching on his Patreon. It's ready to go. He's written a graphic novel that he took a lot of the background from VR chat to put into there. Wow. So that's exciting as well. We have Second Life Rich from Lux VR and Hume AI, who has been doing, bringing bling into the metaverse and making people look beautiful. And he's also creating avatars and clothing as well. So it's pretty amazing. And he does trainings that he comes in and helps people in Horizon Worlds. And he's been done a few things over here in VR chat. So that is just growing leaps and bounds. And we have Boss Leo from the Diamond Resilience, who is mentoring people over in Horizon and helping young entrepreneurs grow within the metaverse and get themselves out there. So amazing people doing amazing things. And I have heard it that we may have a couple more sponsors coming on board in the next couple of weeks. So exciting about that. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet, but it's going to be pretty impressive too. Cool. So thank you to everyone who is helping us achieve our goals. And thank you to my team. I appreciate Blue Moon, who is here not only every week, but behind the scenes helping me get everything organized for every show that we do. We have Loudfire, who is here doing crowd control and helping us, keep the show running smoothly so that we don't have to worry about people coming in with crash avatars. She helps everybody as they come in here find their way into the studio in the proper fashion so everyone can enjoy the show. And of course, DJ Marcus, like I mentioned earlier, doing the cameras, and we have Fuchsia, who's been helping us on other events, who may be becoming a little bit more active in here as well. And, we have a great community working together, like you talked about, helping everyone achieve their goals. So thank you to everyone who just helps me achieve my dream with this show and helps everybody in here learn more every week. This is a great venue, and I'm really proud of what we've done here. And people like you who are doing things in the metaverse to help other people enjoy what we've got going on here.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. So we will see all of you next week with Venue GPS. Thank you all for being here on your Monday night, and we'll see you next week at Crypto City.
I would be here. Okay.
And
we
we're
good?
done recording.